Well, good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. St. Lucia Sports Online SLSO will release the power rankings of teams featuring in the highly anticipated Coca-Cola Island Football Cup this year. It starts this week. The recent history of football in St. Lucia's premier competitions, along with an analysis of the composition of teams, will be used to come up with the top 5 teams. As is customary, SLSO will also release the names of the top 5 sleeper teams in this year's tournament. The highly touted football event will get underway this Sunday at the Masha grounds. Can't wait. The newly reopened playing field in the east of Castries will see some exciting encounters as one of the tournament favorites, David Henry and Canries. They will come up against the Leclerc team, up-and-coming team. Now, the second encounter promises to be an absolute blockbuster. Former Black Hat champions and the resurgent Anslery team will come up against Masha. Anslery will feature the likes of young talisman Dijal Augustin, stout defender Eric Gabriel, and talented attacking player Erickson Reed. For the home team, they will be depending on the usual suspects. Andres Remy, who was one of the standout players for Black Hat 17, will be in attack for the capital of Castries. Masha will also feature the ever-skillful Lincoln Phillip and striker Valdez Maximin. Masha will take on Anslery from 8 p.m. on Sunday. The SLSO Power Rankings will be released at 12 noon on Friday, 22nd June 2018. Start it. In rugby, the Magnificent Sevens rugby tournament is quickly approaching. Teams from around the region will be in St. Lucia from next week to participate in the exciting tournament. On Monday, organizers of the event visited the set of 758 Sports Talk to speak about the tournament. Genesis Alfred spoke on the event.
It will be the second year we'll be hosting this tournament. Whiptail Warriors just came about with the tournament last year, and I guess it's something new that we're trying out. We're looking to have a lot of entertainment for the public. We have live entertainment, we have bouncing castles and stuff for the children. It's not only a rugby tournament, but it's also a social activity for the public to relate with our rugby players as well. We'll be having participation from Trinidad, Guyana. We have teams from Barbados, also St. Vincent and Martinique coming down. And we also have 4 local teams participating. The tournament is going to be held on June 30th, and action kicks off at 10 a.m.
It's just one day?
No, it's 2 days.
The Whiptail Warriors are the hosts for this competition. A number of other local rugby clubs will be participating in what is expected to be a keenly contested event. The event will get underway on June 30th, 2018. Also on set was president of Whiptail Warriors Rugby Football Club, that's Mr. Colvis Samuel.
Part of the reason for us organizing this tournament is to ensure that we get worthy competition from outside of St. Lucia, people we can match ourselves against. But because of the way in which we are organizing it, even teams from Guyana and Trinidad, national teams, are planning to come over because they're using it as a means of preparing themselves and even assessing where they are in the preparation for a tournament, a regional tournament that's going to be held in Barbados in September.
The event is scheduled for the Saab playing facility in VG Castries. Well, mark that date, June 30th. Saab playing facility certainly will take that in. Now, speaking of rugby, the VBCC Stingers rugby team will be hosting an old school party on June 23rd, 2018 at 7 p.m. at the Leclerc Clubhouse on the right side of the Leclerc playing field. Tickets are only $10. Please contact any of the team members to purchase tickets. A talented Guyanese all-rounder Kimo Paul has been selected to replace Shimron Hetmeyer in the West Indies Test squad for the remainder of the home series against Sri Lanka. Hetmeyer, who has been unwell, will return home to Guyana to recover. While there, he will continue his preparations to return for the 2-day practice match against Bangladesh in Antigua. The third test against Sri Lanka is the first day-night test to be played in the Caribbean and is scheduled to get underway on Saturday, June 23rd. The Windies lead the 3-test series 1-0 as the teams played to a draw in the second test in St. Lucia that concluded on Monday. Wow, Sri Lanka captain Dinesh Chandimal has received a one-test ban for changing the condition of the ball in the second match of the series with the West Indies, while he could yet face further punishment from the ICC. Chandimal pleaded not guilty to a ball tampering charge on Sunday, having been charged by ICC, the International Cricket Council, the match officials in relation to an incident during the final session of Friday's play in Grocery. Footage emerged that appeared to show Chandimal taking something out of his left pocket and putting it into his mouth before applying the residue of the artificial substance to the ball. An ICC statement on Tuesday confirmed that the 28-year-old had been found guilty and handed the maximum punishment of a 2 suspension point, equating to 1 test. He has also been fined 100% of his match fee for the second test. Chandimal could yet miss further matches after being charged with a level 3 offense of conduct that is contrary to the spirit of the game, together with the coach and also the manager. Meanwhile, on the back of his 13-wicket haul in the second test against Sri Lanka that ended in a draw on Monday, Trinidad and Tobago's Shannon Gabriel has shot up 11 places to number 12 in the current ICC bowling rankings. The 30-year-old Gabriel returned figures of 5 for 59 and 8 for 62, or 13 for 121, as the West Indies played to a draw against the visitors and maintained their 1-0 lead in the 3-test series. The match haul means that the fiery fast bowler now has 17 wickets in the series so far at an average of 13.6 runs per wicket. The performance with the ball has been a big part of the Windies' success so far for the series. Only 3 times in the last 23 years has a West Indies fast bowler taken 5 wickets in each innings. Only Michael Holding's 14 for 149 against England in 1976 and Curtly Walsh's 13 for 55 against New Zealand have produced better match figures in a test than Shannon Gabriel. So good. Well, we take a break, but when we get back, the West Indies A team, they pick up their first win in England. Welcome back. Captain Jason Mohammed notched his second consecutive century, and Jermaine Blackwood added another as West Indies A notched the first win of their England tour by defeating Rochester by 21 runs yesterday. Mohammed scored 142 from 120 balls, while opening batsman Blackwood stroked 119 from 122 balls to help lead the visitors to a challenging total of 338 for 9 from their 50 overs. The home side was then limited to 317 for 8 from their 50 overs. Chema Holder grabbed 3 wickets for 42 runs from his 10 overs and was ably supported by Rakim Cornwall, who chipped in with 2 for 52, the big guy. The West Indies will next face the England Lions at Derby on Saturday. Well, England shattered the world record for the highest ODI score on Tuesday, piling up an astonishing total of 481 for 6 against Australia at Trent Bridge, chasing a third straight win to clinch the 5-match series with 2 games to spare. Owen Morgan's side made a rapid start after being insulted. Johnny Besto and Jason Roy sharing a 159 for the first wicket in 19.3 overs. The runs continued to flow after Roy's departure for 61 for a 61-ball 82, with Besto scoring 139 of 92 deliveries and Alex Hales 147 of 92, each reaching 3 figures. While skipper Morgan also joined the party with 67 from just 30 balls, enabling England to comfortably surpass the previous record total of 444 for 3, which they achieved in August 2016 at the very same venue in a match against Pakistan. Morgan's innings saw him surpass Ian Bell as England's all-time leading run scorer in ODIs, while Besto has now made 4 centuries in the format this year. No batsman has ever registered more in a calendar year for England. Wow. Well, in tennis, world number 100, Nicholas Kicker has been banned for 6 years, kicked off, and fined $25,000 for match fixing. The 25-year-old Argentine, who achieved the career high ranking of 78 in June 2017, helped fix the outcome of 2 ATP Challengers matches in 2015. He was also found guilty of failing to cooperate with the investigation into the allegations. 3 years of the kicker's ban are already suspended, meaning he can return in May 2021. Lucky guy. Kicker has won 10 singles titles on the ITF Tour. Well, finally, Cristiano Ronaldo continued his sensational start to the World Cup. with the winner as Portugal knocked Morocco out of the tournament. All eyes at the Nushniki Stadium were on the Real Madrid star after his hat-trick in Portugal's opening game with Spain, and as always, he did not disappoint. It took the captain only 4 minutes to make his mark in the way Morocco had feared, diving to get on the end of a Moutinho's cross and planting an unstoppable header into the net. Ronaldo's goal put the European champions atop of Group B at that time. Uruguay's slender victory over Saudi Arabia ensured that they and the host nation Russia reached the last 16 of the World Cup. Luis Suarez, he scored the only goal at the Rostov Arena, sweeping in from close range on his 100th appearance for his country. Russia's 3-1 win over Egypt on Tuesday means both they and Uruguay have collected maximum points for their 2 Group A games. Both nations are 6 points clear of third place Egypt with 1 game to play. Spain, they also won 1-0. Good World Cup so far. That's sports. Let's take a look at your tropical weather update. DBS News continues after the break.